These long dog days of summer, I mean, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Hey weirdos, I'm Alaina.
I'm Ash.
And this is Morbid.
Bra, bra, bra.
The name that I just wrote down was Georgianne Hawkins. Can you hear that?
I can hear you.
Okay, I just said that the Hawkins girl's head was severed and taken up the road about 25 to 50 yards and buried in a location about 10 yards west of the road on a rocky hillside. Did you hear that? Probably you found the damage to the head, the jaw in particular, probably broken. But if you'd found that, you would have known who it was.
I'm just gonna start
I'm
it.
just gonna start recording.
Fuck.
I know. It's really hot right now.
I'm so fucking hot.
And I realized.
Oh, the creaky ass.
Yeah, did you hear it in the last episode? I could hear myself creaking in the rocking chair that I'm sitting in a couple of times in the last episode.
That's when you know you're old.
Sorry about it.
We were just rocking.
I'm just rocking in my rocking
I'm in a recliner and you're in a rocking chair. Did we just put this together?
I know.
Wow. Shit.
We need better podcast stuff.
Yeah, literally.
Well, anyways, we're in a really hot laundry room right now.
Fuck, it's so hot.
I'm sweating my ass off.
Legitimately.
And I don't really sweat that much in like normal life. Like,
how about the story you just told me though?
I sweat so much during autopsies that I like sweat through my scrubs and it looks like I went swimming.
For anyone new who is listening, she doesn't just perform random autopsies. She is indeed an autopsy technician.
I get paid for it.
At a job.
Yeah. It's okay. Everything checks out.
Hairdresser, autopsy technician.
And I sweat a lot while I perform autopsies.
I don't sweat a lot while I do hair. That'd be so fucking nasty. Oh, sorry, I got a little sweat on your hair.
I don't know why I only sweat during autopsies and hot yoga. Those are the only two.
Well, hot yoga makes sense.
Hot yoga, it's acceptable, but I don't know if it's acceptable during an autopsy, but I do it.
I just don't know about your life.
I do it. So
Do it up, girl.
everyone's got a deal. But I did read this thing where this lady, of course I don't have any like proper
Actual
details about
info.
this, but it's still crazy, and you can go on the Google machine and go see more about it if you want to.
The Google machine.
Get on that Google machine. This lady killed her lover
Lava.
and then served his remains up to the neighborhood at a barbecue.
Can you imagine if you were the victim of like accidental cannibalism?
No.
Fuck that.
Like, that's... okay. Whatever. You're going to be a murderer, and you're going to be an awful human being.
Don't make everybody else eat your bullshit.
Yeah, like, if you're going to make a burger out of the guy, you eat the burger. Don't give it to someone else.
That's sick and twisted in a whole different way.
Yeah, and then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what if kids ate burgers or something? What if kids were at that? I mean, like, damn. I wish I had more information about this, because it's really fucked up.
Cannibalism is like truly something.
Yeah. When we get to Jeffrey Dahmer, we're going to talk all about that.
Woof.
But we're going to do two, like, pretty big names back
This
to back.
week and next week,
This
yeah.
week and next week. Well, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Because
But let us tell you why.
I'm going to be on vacation.
And she's going on a cruise.
Woo!
Nobody cares, I bet.
Whatever.
Just kidding.
So that's why this week we're doing Ted Bundy.
Because that's her favorite serial killer.
My boy Ted Bundy. And there's so much information about Ted Bundy, and he was so damn busy that we're going to split him into 2 parts.
So enjoy
because-
2 parts of this.
Yeah, so you're going to get 2 episodes this week to make up for the fact that we are not giving you one next week.
I'm so sweaty.
Because we're so awesome.
It's so fucking hot in here.
We're painting a really beautiful picture.
Oh my god, it's like a fucking sauna
Just
in here.
2 sweaty assholes sitting on a rocking chair
In a recliner.
in a laundry room.
Wow. That sounds elegant.
The most glamorous.
So chic.
So chic.
I've never
So
felt
chic.
chicer.
I've never felt chicer in my life. But yeah, I guess we should get to it because we got a lot to cover.
Bra, bra, bra.
That's how Ashley gets things going now. She sounds like...
Because I feel like every rap song now, someone's doing that in the background, and then I find myself doing it throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like, I walk into the break room sometimes, and I'm like, bra, bra, bra. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
I love that that's now you're like, let's get going.
It's like I don't say hello anymore.
No, I love it.
I'm glad.
Keep it in my life.
I will.
Please.
All right, I'll keep it to a minimum so we don't get sick of it too quick.
Yeah, we don't want to get too sick of it.
But without further ado, Alaina's going to take the reins on this one.
So, let's just jump into it. Theodore Robert Bundy was born on November 24th, 1946 in Burlington, Vermont.
I think Papa was born in 1946.
He was born in 1946.
I like to figure
connect
out
it back to our family. You like to connect heinous monsters back to our family?
Yeah.
I love that.
Me
I
too.
love that about you.
Thank you.
Never change.
I won't. I haven't.
Now, he wasn't born Theodore Robert Bundy. He was born Theodore Robert Cowell. And his entrance into the world was not exactly, by the book.
Not easy breezy or beautiful.
Not at all. None of those things. His mother, Eleanor Louise Cowell, was an unwed teenage mother. And at the time, that was not okay. Not acceptable. Nobody was giving you your own MTV show.
Yeah, the late 40s was a time.
Like, she was Teen Mom OG.
That was my favorite thing you've ever said. Anybody that knows me knows how much I fucking love the Teen Mom franchise, and you making that joke just
I just connected.
solidifies our connection.
See, we just bonded.
Oh, I love
One more
you.
time.
I'm sweaty and I love you.
Sweaty and I love you.
Can we put that on a t-shirt?
Yes,
I'm sweaty and I love you.
Who wouldn't wear that?
I would wear that
would
10
wear that.
times a day.
Who else would wear that? Raise your hand. if you
Like
would
and
wear
subscribe if you would wear that.
that. Sweaty and I love you. So, as a result of this really unfortunate circumstance she found herself in,
Poor thing.
her parents did what any parents would do when their teenage daughter gets pregnant out of wedlock. They sent her to the Elizabeth Lund Home for Unwed Mothers in Vermont. Which I bet you didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, like imagine that being a thing still.
Yeah, it's literally a home for unwed mothers. Like, that's so bizarre.
Do you think that they're dicks there? You know how like sometimes people are
for
dicks in
sure.
orphanages? They probably
Yeah.
treat you like shit.
Oh, for sure. You're probably shamed. I'm sure there's a religious aspect to it that
fuck
makes you feel
that.
like you're going to hell. Yeah, I'm sure it's awful.
Woof.
So that whole thing was to avoid the shame that the parents might feel because...
You know what I just thought? I started laughing. She walked in to there on day one and she was just like, I'm here. Bra bra bra. I can't stop thinking
And then she
about
popped out a little Bundy.
it. And then it
A little
was
cowl,
real
actually.
bad from then.
Yeah, that was no good. That's where he came from, that sound. Birthed a Bundy.
Nah.
No, that sound is loving.
Yeah.
But so this whole thing was so her parents and family could avoid shame. So she was already coming from like a super nurturing and supportive gene pool.
Totally.
So that was good. We've already started off really good. On Ted's official birth certificate, Eleanor listed Air Force veteran and salesman Lloyd Marshall as his father.
Lloyd.
But then she later claimed that a Navy sailor by the name of Jack Worthington was actually the father. Now, Lloyd Marshall was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm all set with that. He didn't want anything to do with that. Jack Worthington doesn't exist as far as anybody can tell.
That's kind of spooky.
Yeah, like authorities looked into it. No one in the Navy at the time was named Jack Worthington or could have been this person. So neither one of these dudes wanted anything to do with Ted. So that's a bummer. When Eleanor was allowed to return to her parents' home in Philadelphia after she had her baby, she brought newborn Ted with her. And the arrangement was going to be such that Ted was told his grandparents were his parents and Eleanor was actually his older sister. That was
So
the
that's
story they
fucked
were going
up.
with.
Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest. It's time to achieve your financial ambitions. Earn more on your savings with a SoFi Bank high-yield savings account. Ditch your high-interest credit card debt with a SoFi personal loan. Or start investing on an easy-to-use platform with SoFi Invest. Wherever you are on your financial journey, SoFi's got you covered. Learn more at SoFi.com/SXM.
So he found that out eventually, yeah.
He did. And the grandparents actually pretended to adopt Ted from an orphanage. That was the story they told everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's how they kind of explained it.
Well, how else would you explain that?
Exactly. And
If you're
Ted
hiding
did
it.
eventually find this out. But you know who else had this exact same situation?
Who?
Jack Nicholson.
Oh.
And he turned out like okay.
Wow.
Like he has an Oscar, right?
Probably. Maybe two.
Yeah, he might have 6. Who knows? He's got something.
Yeah.
He's done some stuff. He's been some places. He's done some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a star on the Walk of Fame. There's no way he doesn't.
No, he definitely does. I
And
bet.
that's impressive. So, like, you could have gone that way.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's not blame this. So, most researchers of this case and biographers claim that Ted's cousin was the one who outed this information to him.
Oh, that's shitty. That's an
They
older
say-
cousin thing to do.
Right? I guess they, like, relentlessly teased him about being a bastard, which is kind of
Awesome.
And they then showed his birth certificate to him.
How the fuck?
I don't know if I believe this. This
I-
is just one story, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, in either way, like it's an intense thing for a kid to
That's so sad.
understand, but like you can get through it.
Also, don't murder people.
So far, not too crazy. So this wouldn't be a super good basis for starting out, but there were also very persistent reports and rumors. They're unsubstantiated completely, but they're still there. There's still some meat to them. That Samuel Cowell, which was Ted's grandfather, was actually his father.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that would mean that he would be the product of incestuous rape between Eleanor and his
maybe that's
grandfather.
why she kept saying, like, no, this is the dad. No,
Yeah,
this is the dad.
exactly.
My dad's not the dad.
And
Oh,
this
girl.
obviously would be awful. But
Yeah.
then again, it's not completely proven or confirmed or anything. But there is like a lot of this has
Rumor.
come up a lot. And his grandfather wasn't exactly like this sweet, like, let me give you a caramel candy kind of grandfather.
Right.
He was said to be abusive, domineering, bigoted, and just like a bully. He just wasn't a good guy.
Awesome.
There are reports by historians who study this case that Samuel once threw Eleanor's sister, who's Ted's aunt, down a flight of stairs for oversleeping one morning.
Papa does get mad when I oversleep, but he's
does.
never thrown me down a flight of
He has
stairs.
always stopped just short of throwing down a
Yes,
flight of
correct.
stairs.
Very correct.
But he's also been known to beat and abuse dogs.
Oh, fuck anybody that does
And
that.
he took a neighbor's cat by the
No,
tail
no.
and swung it around his head and threw it.
I heard that, and that's not funny,
That's
but
not
it's
funny,
just
but
funny.
like the image is kind of
The
funny,
image
but
is
like
funny.
the act is not funny at all. Like
No,
we
the
love
act is
animals.
horrible.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not off, and he was also said to have like a pretty like intense taste for pornography. Like he had a pretty
Great.
extensive collection. And who knows if Ted stumbled upon this. And,
Imagine
you
if
know,
that's how you went down in history. Like, that's
Yeah.
what people knew you
just
for.
that you threw cats, beat dogs, and,
And loved porn.
porn.
Wow. I throw dogs, I hate cats, but I love me some porn. Like, ew.
Oh no, that's a good shirt too.
I don't know if I would wear that.
It's a good shirt for like a sociopath.
In quotes.
In quotes.
Band name. No, just kidding. Not a band name.
Well, an interesting thing is about the pornography part of this is that later, like right before Ted, because spoiler alert, Ted Bundy was executed, in case you were really hanging on to a thread here.
If you didn't know that
You know,
already,
if you didn't know that, I don't know what to tell you.
you know it now.
Right before he was executed, he started blaming everything on porn because it was just his last
I feel like
ditch effort.
everyone does that.
I mean, I feel like that's just like the Hail Mary throw.
it's like, I was abused or porn.
Yeah, I was abused or porn or both. But it's kind of bullshit. So, Ted also told his former friend, who is the famous crime writer Anne Rule. We'll talk about her later. He told her once that he looked up to his grandfather as a role model. So
he loved throwing cats and beating
solid
dogs
choice.
and watching
Solid
weird
choice.
porn.
Obviously, being married to Samuel Cowell was probably not, like, you know,
Great or
a great
awesome.
time or super awesome.
Romantic.
Like Samuel, who throws cats, he was probably not awesome as a husband. Ted's grandmother actually is reported to have been so depressed all the time that she received electric shock treatment, like
Wow.
to cure her deep
Depression.
depression, which was a super controversial, obviously,
Back in the
treatment
day.
back in the day, but people did it. And it's kind of like the last resort. So to review, Ted was lied to about his entire parental situation. His grandfather was an abusive asshole, and his grandmother was losing her mind via shock treatment therapy.
Fuck.
So not the worst
How was his mom?
upbringing we've heard so far, but not awesome.
His
I
sister
guess his
mom.
sister was Eleanor. Like, from what I've heard him talk about it, he said that like they did develop a relationship later in life.
Okay.
When he found out, but he also said that she was very like withholding. Like he didn't feel like he could talk about like deep things like sex and feelings and like all this other
Right.
stuff.
But she was probably shamed for that, like, when she was a kid.
Yeah, and
she
I think
didn't
it's
have
like
that.
yeah, it was such a weird situation. Now he wasn't really like a particularly evil child. He wasn't like a particularly goofy happy one either. He was just
In
there.
the middle.
Yeah, he wasn't. Nothing was really crazy about him. But there is one infamous story about him.
Dun, dun, dun.
At 3 years old, he collected a ton of kitchen knives together and laid them all around his aunt as she slept in bed.
He was 3 when that happened?
3.
I knew that happened. I just didn't know he was
3 years
3.
old. And when she woke up to see this shit show around her, little Ted was sitting on the end of the bed laughing hysterically. So,
wow. Your kids are almost 3, and if they did that to me, I would never fucking walk my foot into this house again.
Like, that's a moment. That's a moment you're gonna remember. So, like, not wholesome. Not awesome.
Picturing that is wild.
Right? Like, just little Ted Bundy.
Ah.
Ugh.
Knives.
No, thank you. Like, what do you even do? What do you even say to that? Like, don't do that?
How do you even have the coordination for that at 3 years old?
That's impressive. I don't know, man.
Maniacal.
But moving forward a bit to 1951, Ted's mother, who's Eleanor, married a man named John Bundy. Mm-hmm. That's where he got his last name, obviously.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, isn't that great? Like,
Wow.
Did you connect those dots?
No, I didn't know that.
I kind of spoon-fed that to you.
Yes.
But good call.
Thank you.
So, with this marriage came 4 half-siblings, which Ted made absolutely no effort to become close to.
He's like,
all.
fuck you, fuck you, and you.
I think it seems like he was the kind of kid who later grew up to be the kind of adult that didn't like to share anything, really.
Those adults are the worst.
Yeah, they are. He was not into this new family dynamic, and he was so into material things. That was one of the things that everybody said about him when he was little.
Yeah.
That he was very obsessed with how he looked. He was very obsessed with portraying a certain way about him, and he was kind of ashamed that his new stepfather was just like, he was either a hospital cook or a military cook. I found both.
Oh, and he wanted him to be something cooler.
He was like ashamed by it.
Oh.
Which is like, dude, he's
Well, your grandpa threw cats, so.
Exactly, and he's your role model. Cool. So, out of that, he did get his famous moniker, Ted Bundy. So, in the early years of school, according to his classmates, Ted was super normal. He was good-looking, popular, social. He did well academically. When he entered the high school years, things started to become a little less easy for him. He was still lucky enough that he was good-looking, and when you're good-looking, things do come easier to you. Ashley knows this.
It's not even a little bit true. Alaina knows this.
No way. but people get drawn to you.
Me?
When you're good. Well, they do. People are drawn to you too.
I don't know.
But like when it's just, you have a way about you.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
That was so nice.
See? I say nice things.
It's
sometimes.
still so fucking hot in here.
It is. It's really hot. But you have a glow about you.
I'm
just going to keep complimenting you.
You're really stroking my ego here.
I really am.
Annie's literally sleeping on the floor. She has no idea.
We're really entertaining it here now. So, so when he got into high school, his friends from those days said that he wasn't as popular as he was in like junior high and below that. But like, he was there. Like, he wasn't...
Yeah, he wasn't like
it wasn't
the bottom of the
that he was
bottom
a
or the top
weirdo
of the
or
top.
anything. Yeah. But he became a little more withdrawn and like a little awkward in social situations. I think he also had a stutter sometimes, which like kind of made him nervous. So despite this weird awkward phase he had, he did enter college at the University of Washington in 1967. There is when he met and became enamored with a very special lady.
Who you kind of look like.
I don't know how to feel about that, but...
You love Ted Bundy.
I both love that and am frightened by that.
Well, he's dead now.
It's true, he is, so that's good.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
He's still dead.
He's still dead.
He
He's
didn't come back.
very dead. Yeah, he's not coming back.
No way.
Her name was Stephanie Brooks. That is not her real name. Nobody knows her real name.
I wouldn't want anyone to know my name.
I kind of understand it, because this is one of those things where they kind of blame the woman who rejected him for his thing, which is kind of bullshit. She was a little older than him, and she came from a super wealthy family, I think like a political family. She wore her hair dark, straight, and parted down the middle, which seems like an insignificant detail.
It's not.
It remains pretty relevant throughout this whole thing. He was, and this is important because he's so concerned with material things and wealth and status that she was kind of like the ideal.
The golden ticket.
She was beautiful, she was smart, and she was wealthy and powerful. So they dated for a while, but then Stephanie was the one who broke up with Ted when she graduated in 1968. The reasoning was she thought he was kind of immature and that he lacked direction. So, you're kind of immature, you lack direction, I'm good, I'm graduating, I'm going to break up with you. Which is perfectly acceptable. You can break up with someone. You can reject someone, and it's not your fault if they go murder people.
So don't blame yourself.
Exactly.
Just go into the witness protection
And everybody
program.
needs to stop blaming the women in these situations.
God.
Like this recent school shooter thing, all the headlines are saying, like, one of the first victims was a girl who rejected the shooter and made him feel bad. And it's like, so this little boy, this little asshole, was taught that he deserves everything he wants.
And if not, he's going to kill everyone.
And then if he's not, he's got to go on a murder spree. Like, fuck you, man. If this girl doesn't want to date you, move the fuck on. It's not her fault.
Right.
God, I hate that narrative.
And how dare you put that on the person?
Yeah. And that's the narrative that gets spun a lot.
Every time.
Because even with the Golden State Killer. Bonnie.
Oh, Bonnie.
Everybody's like, oh, well,
It
must have been Bonnie's fault. And it's like, no.
Like, he's just a dick.
It's the asshole's fault. That's who it is. So,
we're not upset about that or anything.
I'm going to get off my soapbox real quick. So, Ted was devastated by this breakup.
Because she was like everything he wanted.
Exactly. And according to him, like, he was madly in love with her, and she was his first true love, if he could even feel love.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. And his own brother, one of his half-brothers there, said that he was noticeably depressed and that he had always been really in control of his emotions and that he was very clearly out of control afterwards. Yeah. And he even dropped out of college at one point after this. So this is definitely when things changed, but again, stop spinning the narrative that it was somehow due to Stephanie. Unfortunately, it does become clear that he chooses his victims based on Stephanie's physical characteristics. The long brown hair parted in the middle.
Do you think that was an intentional thing, or do you think he 100%. Was just like a rage set off inside him that he couldn't control?
No. I mean, he killed more than 30 women, and they all looked almost identical.
Oh, I'd say that's...
So, yeah. If it was like 3 people that he killed, I'd be like, maybe it's just a coincidence. But 30 is a pattern.
Just making that decision is so wild.
Well, he was just really angry at the rejection, I think. That was he was just a butthurt little bitch. Good band name. Butthurt little bitch.
Like Jagged it. Little bitch. Butthurt little bitch. Butthurt little evil bitch. Onion.
So, this is also when Ted decided to become the ultimate creep and start a long con that was directed solely at revenge against Stephanie for literally just breaking up with him. So... talk about the most fragile of egos. And when I say he started a long con, he literally molded his entire life around getting one moment of revenge.
Wow.
From her. Yeah. And we'll see how this goes. So it was around this time that Ted decided to re-enter college at the University of Washington, and he majored in psychology. This should be noted because he didn't just arbitrarily choose that major. It kind of becomes clear that he chose it as a method to better understand how to, like, manipulate people and to understand the deepest parts of the human psyche and what works to get people to trust you, all that craziness that he uses to lure his victims, basically. Yeah. So he was playing the con, and this was a huge part of it. He ends up doing really well this time. He becomes an honor student.
Because he's got a reason.
And he does well socially.
He's dedicated.
He just kind of really turns it around. And this is also when he threw himself into politics. So in case you couldn't already predict this, he was a very staunch Republican. And in 1968, he worked for Seattle office of Nelson Rockefeller's presidential campaign and attended the Republican National Convention in Miami.
That's kind of crazy.
After this, he worked for the chairman of the Washington Republican Party, who referred to him as, quote, a believer in the system. So he was basically a typical Republican who desired being part of the elite and kind of frowned upon the idea of distribution of wealth. In a time where a lot of men and women were sporting the long hair and the hippie thing, Ted was super clean-cut and conservative.
Not about it.
He was the typical conservative. During this time, he did end up beginning and being involved with a significant relationship with a woman who he didn't end up murdering. He dated a woman named Liz. Now, I think that her alias that she uses is Liz Kendall. I do know her real name, but I don't think she likes it used places, so I'm not going to say it on here. If you want to find it, you'll find it. I just don't think it's really cool, so I'm just going to call her Liz.
Liz.
She had a 3-year-old daughter, and they dated for 5 years.
I didn't know she had a daughter.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And apparently he was fine with the daughter, so I don't know.
Well, like, he wasn't killing kids.
He was. He killed 12-year-olds.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, you'll hear that later. But, so they dated for 5 years. And later Liz would recall that there definitely were some warning signs that she kind of brushed off.
Right. Some, like, really big warning signs.
Yeah, there were some weird things going on. In 1973, Ted was accepted to the University of Utah Law School, so he was doing really well. It looked like he was going to become, like, a prominent lawyer or a politician or both. I mean, if he just went with this and wasn't interested
He would have been something.
Yeah,
like...
he probably could have been something at least successful.
Yeah.
Maybe not great, but this is when he met back up with Stephanie again.
Oh, God.
And he presented the new and improved Ted, who had now, changed himself completely, wasn't immature anymore, didn't lack direction, and she fell for it hook, line, and sinker. He began seeing her again while he was still in a relationship with Liz.
Oh,
Neither woman knew about the other one, so he was a pig on top of being a serial rapist and murderer.
Great.
Once he had Stephanie, he really reeled her in. They started talking about getting married. Like, they got serious. Shit went down.
This is so mean.
I'm pretty sure he ended up proposing to her, and once she said yes, he cut her off completely. He basically...
He ghosted her.
And this whole long con, like, everything he did up to this point for 5-6 years...
was to fuck her over.
Was just for that moment when he could propose to her, get the yes, get the validation that he was worthy, and then go fuck off and just walk away.
I just don't understand. Like, you're so obsessed with her. You should have just married her, and then that's it.
But I don't think he can really...
But he doesn't think like that, or... Yeah.
But, like, his... level of petty,
his level of fucking dedication to this.
That's the one impressive thing about Ted, is his level of petty.
Right.
That is the level most aspire to. So, in 1974, he was 27 years old, and this is when he committed his first murder. There is suspicion that he murdered a young neighbor when he was 14 years old, but that's never been confirmed.
That's weird.
And it's basically based off of the fact that he lived in the same town as this girl. Which is pretty flimsy.
So it wasn't like next door neighbor.
He never admitted to it. He never...
And he admitted to everything he did.
Yeah, he admitted to a lot. He didn't really... He was pretty... He wasn't too forthcoming. They had to kind of pull a lot out of him. Because he... In fact, and I'm going to play a couple clips during this.
Yay.
There's a few interviews where when he would confess things, he would start whispering.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the creepiest thing you will ever hear in your... Like, it's going to ruin your life. So I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
But it's almost like he, like, couldn't say it loudly. Like, he was too ashamed to say it loudly. But he would whisper it. It was crazy. So, that same year, 1974, that's when a lot of young college women started coming up missing in Seattle and the Oregon area. Mm-hmm. Stories started circulating about a lot of them being seen with a handsome man who identified himself as Ted.
Yikes.
Because this fucker didn't even come up with a fake name. He would just introduce himself as Ted. Yeah. So, January 4th, 1974, 18-year-old Karen Sparks was asleep in her basement apartment. She was a college student at the University of Washington, and she was awoken in the middle of the night by Bundy literally just viciously beating her in the head and everywhere.
How did he like stalk her before?
Well, he must have just seen her and just
followed her
into her. Yeah. And he was beating her with a metal bar that he'd removed from her bed frame.
What the fuck?
She had roommates, and they found her the next day and said that the metal bar had been savagely jammed inside of her. Which he does a few more times.
Oh my god, this. That makes my insides hurt.
That seems to be something, like, and he doesn't do it every time, but, like, he does it enough.
When he's really pissed off.
Yeah. Well, she survived.
What?
Yeah.
Did she have, like, internal bleeding?
She had life-changing injuries. She had brain damage and irreparable damage to her internal organs.
Wow.
That she lives with the rest of her life.
Is she, like mostly functioning though?
I mean, I don't know a lot about her now because I'm sure she probably is not too forthcoming with everything. But yeah, he basically
ruined her fucking life.
Yeah. To survive that is just unimaginable. The same year, February 1st, 21-year-old Linda Ann Healy ended up being his first victim that didn't survive. She was spotted by Ted at a local bar, and she was just hanging out with friends. She ended up leaving early because she had a job announcing the ski weather reports on the local radio station, so she was going to have to get up early and do that. He was like an avid skier, too.
Oh.
Which I don't know if he just knew that she was... I don't know if,
or if
there
it
was
was
any connection
connected.
there. But he ended up following her home from the bar. She was living in an apartment with 4 other roommates. And all 4 of these roommates were home.
He, like, doesn't care about
doesn't
that at
give a
all, though.
shit.
In many cases.
Like, he gives 0 fucks. 0. She ended up going to sleep around 10 p.m. that night. There were people sleeping right in the next room. Right, sharing a wall. Ted broke into her room and immediately used a crowbar to beat her head in.
Oh.
He then... So there was blood all over her nightgown. He took her nightgown off and hung it up on a hanger and put it in the closet.
That's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard.
He then redressed her in other clothes, wrapped a sheet around her, wrapped her head in a pillowcase, and then remade the bed before taking her with him out the window. All this with people in the next room. So when she didn't arrive at work the next morning, that's when her work called the house, and her roommates answered and were like, I don't know, she's not here, nothing's weird. Until they pulled back the blankets and found blood-soaked
everywhere.
sheets, blood-soaked everything, and then they found the nightgown in the closet. They never found her body.
Oh, God.
The only piece of her that was ever found was a jawbone. That's it. And they had to use dental records from that to identify her. So only her jawbone was ever found.
Wow.
And these next 4, because he's on a spree, man. He is
pissed.
Gets a lot of people. These next 4 are sometimes known as like the Taylor Mountain skeletons. This is a place where he liked to bring bodies. It was like his personal skeleton garden.
And
if
this
you will.
gets like a little, like if it already wasn't gruesome enough
it
for
gets
you,
weird.
this, just so you know, things get a little weird if you don't want to listen
This definitely gets
to this
weird.
part.
So we'll talk about the first victim here in these next 4 is 19-year-old Donna Gail Manson. It was on March 12th, 1974. It was in Olympia, Washington. She was super smart, Evergreen State College student. She was known to like take off for a few days at a time sometimes, so she wasn't reported missing for like 6 days after he got her. He was the one who claimed responsibility for her murder. And he claimed that some of those remains that were found in Taylor Mountain were hers, but he wouldn't say how he killed her.
Oh.
So she was found. Remains were found, but we
That
don't
belonged
know
to her,
exactly
but
what
he wouldn't say
happened
what
to
he
her.
did.
The next one is 18-year-old Susan Elaine Rancourt. This was on April 17th, 1974 in Ellensburg, Washington. She had to work her ass off to get through school, to pay for school. She was averaging a 4.0.
Wow.
And that night she had gone to a meeting around 8 p.m. And it was for an opportunity for a job because she's working her ass off to get through school like a boss. That was the last time she was seen alive, was at that meeting. Only her skull was found on Taylor Mountain, which tends to he decapitates a lot. It doesn't seem like he does it while they're alive. He does it afterwards, which is not okay, obviously, but
well, and he goes back, right?
yeah, we're gonna get to that. He revisits for sure. The next one is 22-year-old Roberta Kathleen Parks. It was on May 6th, 1974. That was in Oregon. She was an Oregon State University student, because he's really into coeds. She was majoring in world religions, and she had agreed to meet friends for coffee that same evening, but she never arrived.
Oh, no.
Her skull was found with the others on Taylor Mountain, and it was over 250 miles from where she was last seen alive.
Wow.
So he really traveled for this, like, dumping around. The next one is 22-year-old Brenda Carroll Ball, and it was on June 1st, 1974.
Your anniversary.
I was just going to say my anniversary, not the year, but the date. This was in Washington. She was last seen leaving, talking to a man with his arm in a sling in a tavern parking lot. She was known for being a free spirit, and her friends thought nothing unusual of her not contacting them for a little while because
I'm a free spirit.
You are a free spirit, so...
And I never answer the group chat.
No. Don't go with people with slings.
Okay. I'm also caring.
I know.
You're like an assertive asshole, and like you're like answering things, and
Yeah,
you're not necessarily a free spirit, I wouldn't say.
No, I would not call myself a free spirit.
No, you're very type A.
In whatever sense.
We are
of the word.
complete opposites.
We definitely are. That's why this works.
Yeah, totally.
This whole thing. But Brenda's skull was the first found by students working on Taylor Mountain. Yeah. So these skulls in particular, I mean, most of the bodies that they found, he admitted, and they found that he would actually visit them quite often. Ted Bundy was definitely a necrophiliac.
Ew.
A necrophile, I think it's also called. But he would go back to these bodies. He'd redress them. He'd change their clothes. He'd put makeup on them.
They were like his dolls.
Yeah, he'd do their hair. And he would have sex with them until they were too putrefied to have sex with.
Ew.
So,
That's just so bizarre.
just chew on that. I mean, that's like, they were literally dead bodies outside in the woods on a mountain in the elements. And he was coming back many times. I don't know. I mean, because
How do you get away with
Because
that?
I don't think there's not a lot of necrophiles in like floating around.
But how do you get away with that?
And he also picked this area because it's
so
very
remote.
remote area. Like nobody's just walking through here. This isn't one of those places.
It's just so
people would
crazy
walk
to
through.
think about.
I know, it's crazy. The next victim is a freshman at University of Washington student Georgianne Hawkins. She was walking behind her sorority house one night and was stopped by Ted when she was just 60 feet from her door.
Ugh.
So he had fake crutches or a fake cast. I think it was fake crutches. I've seen two different reports.
Fake injury.
But it seems like it was crutches more so. So he pretended to drop his things, his books, and she was a super nice person. And she was like, let me help you pick these up. Because that seems to be another running theme. He preyed on people's good nature.
Yeah.
Like, he used fake crutches, fake casts, slings.
Like, can you help me with this?
And he would ask these women to help him, and they would agree to because they were young
and
college
nice
students, and they were like, I just want to help everybody.
Well, and realistically,
and
who's going to
everybody's
say
just
no to that? Like,
me.
Well, yeah.
I'm never helping anybody. I don't help people.
Oh my God.
Like, help yourself.
I don't even know what to say about that. I'm never helping people.
I'm never helping a strange man who asks me, no.
If
you can bring
Ted
your own
Bundy
books to
came
your...
over to you,
Would-
handsome Ted Bundy.
Would I take a minute? Sure. Would I take a beat? Sure. But once I saw that there was no front seat in his VW bug, I would be running down the street.
Well, yeah.
But we'll get to that too. So she agreed to help him pick up his books. And once she had picked up the books, he was like, oh, my car's right there. My super unassuming beige VW bug.
Super cute.
Yeah. So he was like, can you just help me put them in the car? Because I have crutches and this is hard. And she was like, totally, that's fine. So she opened the passenger door to place the books down. And she was like, oh, that's weird. You don't have a passenger side seat.
Alarming.
And before she could even get a second to ponder this, he wailed her on the back of the head with a crowbar that he had hidden in the wheel well.
Good.
So he was totally ready for this. He then pushed her into the place where the front seat was supposed to be, and he had taken it out, so he had that ready. They started driving out of town, because I'm sure he was going to take her where he took all the other ones.
Yep.
But she woke up suddenly.
Badass
and was
bitch.
clearly delirious and, like, messed up because she had been beaten in the head with a crowbar.
So hard.
And she started babbling about a Spanish test.
Oh my God.
So the fact that she was suddenly conscious freaked him out and was not part of the plan. So he stopped the car, he took her out of the car and beat her with the crowbar. And we're not positive how he killed her, but her body has never been found.
Oh.
So the next victims are bananas. Because
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Truly B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Because this was in broad daylight in front of 40,000 to 50,000 witnesses. He abducted them, at least. He didn't murder them.
I was like, wait a minute.
I was going to say, that came out kind of sensational.
I
but
was like, I don't think
either
that
way,
happened.
he abducted them in front of all these people.
Yeah.
So this is going to take place at a place called Lake Sammamish, and it's in Issaquah, Washington, which is 8 miles east of...
It's
8 miles east. 8 miles east of Seattle. It's
Seattle.
a huge Seattle.
8 miles east of Seattle.
We're doing really well. So
It's just so hot.
guys, it's hot.
I don't know if I mentioned
So
it.
hot. So this is a huge state park. It's like 512 acres.
Is this the beach?
Yes, it has lots of water and beach areas. In the summertime, it's packed with people sunbathing, hiking, picnicking, doing water sports, boating, all that shit. All that shit I love to do.
Oh, yeah, you're all about that.
I'm all about that life. No. So this was on July 14th, 1974. So 1974 was a very busy year for him. It was really crowded this day. And that's because there were also a lot of companies doing their like picnic outings that day for some weird reason. So they estimate that there was between 40,000 and 50,000 people there that day.
Wow.
That's like a small city.
Yeah.
So it was around noon on this day that a handsome man, approached a 22-year-old woman named Mary Osmer. She'd been hanging out on like a grassy knoll near a ton of other people that were eating lunch. She wasn't hidden away from the public. She was in full public
right
view.
there.
Tons of people. This young guy, who was described by a ton of other people there, is wearing a white t-shirt, jeans, and he had his injured arm in a sling. He walked up to Mary, and he asked her to help him move his sailboat.
What?
Now, if a man ever walks up to you and is like, can you just help me move this boat real quick?
I'd be like, well, I'm not a boater.
Like, throw up a red flag real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm not blaming victims here. I'm just saying, like, for future reference.
Yeah, just like take a note
take
down.
that with you. Yeah, don't do that. Just tell him to fuck off.
Well, I would just
So-
literally be like, I don't know how to do that.
I'd be like, why are you asking me to move your boat? Like, what
it's
about
your
me?
boat.
And what
Take
about
accountability
me
for your
says
boat.
I'm a boat mover.
Right.
Like, what about me says that? So
Get it out of here.
she agreed to help him, which she later does say he was super good looking, so I went with him. Which, like, girl, okay.
Like, fuck.
Like, okay. She did agree to help him. She followed him out of the area to his beige VW Bug.
Dun dun dun.
And Mary sees no sailboat. So she's like, yeah, I don't see a boat. And he's like, oh, yeah. The boat is like a short ride up the road at my parents' house. So you just have to get in the car with me and we'll go get it.
I'd be like, why don't you know anyone that can help you?
Exactly. So Mary immediately gets weirded out. And her instincts are like, da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. So they were a little late to the party, but they came. Her instincts did come. And she says, actually, I'm really sorry. I can't help you because I thought the boat was here. And I'm actually already late because I was supposed to meet my parents for lunch, like at 12:30. Mm-hmm. So he's actually super nice. He apologizes to her for inconveniencing and for, like, not having the boat there.
Right.
He's not aggressive at all. And he even, like, walks her back to the grassy knoll and is like, thanks for the help.
Imagine
Like,
your
or-
fucking experience with Ted Bundy.
So she lived. If this sounds a little familiar, this whole, like, lore that he's doing, maybe you've seen Silence of the Lambs.
Hello,
and it's
Clarice.
reminding you of Buffalo Bill. That scene where he abducts the woman after he
van.
asks her to help him move, and he has a cast on.
That stresses me out.
That's
too,
modeled.
Like, so
that was
much.
modeled after Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
They took that from his actual MO.
And she goes first in the van, and then he's like, bye.
That always makes me crazy.
I'm like, no, why'd
Like,
you do
girl, no.
that?
And see, it's like she's a nice lady. She was just trying to
doesn't
help
think
someone
anything
out,
of it.
and that's what happens.
But she lives too.
So that didn't work for him, obviously. And it turns out that later we find out that he did this to several women that day. So he was just
Looking for someone.
Anybody
like,
he thought was
jonesing
his
for a
type,
victim.
he was going to go after. So that same day, he approached another woman, 23-year-old Janice Ott, who was 5 feet tall, and she actually had long blonde hair, which is the only outlier.
He just needed someone so bad.
I think he was just really jonesing. So she had moved to the area to take a job helping children.
Stop.
So again, another just good person. She was alone that day and had ridden her bike to the beach just to sunbathe. He introduced himself as Ted, like didn't make up a name, and he's in front of a ton of people, remember, so these people are hearing him. And she agreed to help him with the whole boat shit because he used the same bullshit line. Mm-hmm. When they got to the car, she saw that there wasn't a boat, and before she could say anything, he punched her in the face, pushed her into the car where the front passenger seat was taken out.
In front of so many people.
And he strangled her, and they believe that he took her to another location, like in the woods.
To kill her.
And that he tied her up, like immobilized her, and left her there.
So was she alive?
So they think she was alive. She was killed later. They found her bones scattered in this area later, and she was decapitated at that point.
Oh, shit.
But so once he had left her in this place, a couple of hours later, he came back to Lake Sammamish, the same place.
So he left her there and went back to the beach.
He left her there and came back to the beach and approached another woman, 18-year-old Denise Nasland. So she was at the park with friends, and she just stepped away for a second to go to the bathroom. He, met her outside the restroom. He used the same bullshit line, same broken arm bullshit.
Oh, God.
And she was nice and agreed to help. Her jawbone and femur were the only things that were found months later. God. These were the identified victims, and they were also found along with an unidentified skeletal remain in the same area.
Oh.
And they found the crowbar. So, as it turns out, he had kept Janice somewhere. He had tied her up somewhere. While he got Denise, and then he brought Denise back and terrorized them together.
Oh my God.
And then he ended up killing one of them, saw the other one be killed. So they had a fucking nightmare. I mean,
yeah.
I can't even fathom. So.
And they don't even know each other.
No, they just went to the
lake. Two nice people.
Yeah, in total public area, broad daylight.
Right. I'm at, I can't.
Yeah. It's where the fuck are you safe? If you're not safe on a beach with 50,000 people around you, damn. As it turns out, a group of 3 women were sitting really close to where Janice was initially approached by Ted. And one of these women clearly overheard their conversation and heard him introduce himself as Ted.
Oh, shit.
They also knew what his car was.
These are bad bitches.
Yeah. So more people around the area also heard him say his name was Ted. So this was super ballsy and risky.
Yeah.
That he did this, especially grabbing 2 women
and punching
area,
someone in the face in broad daylight.
Area. It's he was really going crazy. So these people all went to the police with this info because these girls disappeared. So.
Right.
Now I'm gonna shout out a podcast right now, True Crime Garage. Everybody should go listen to it because they're awesome. They had a really interesting note that I just wanted to share, and I want to give them credit for it. That Jack the Ripper also committed a double homicide on one night.
Oh.
He was another one, and that's really rare.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that maybe Ted was inspired by this to, be worse. He was trying to, outdo one of the most infamous
He was going to be the best.
This whole thing clearly put the eyes right on him. And the King County Police took all the info that they got, all the descriptions, and they broadcasted it everywhere. And they set up a tip line while releasing a composite from the descriptions. And they were getting 200 tips a day.
Wow.
So the composite sketch is ridiculous.
And it doesn't actually look like Ted.
They did end up producing a revised sketch that looks a little more than... But I feel I don't know who sketched really looks like anybody. But the initial sketch, I'm going to put it on our Instagram page because... He has bulging eyes and a huge afro.
I would be so offended.
Well, it just doesn't look
no,
like
it's nothing
him.
like him.
I don't understand. One of the things that's interesting about Ted Bundy is that he was super handsome, but he was also super generic. It's not
he was typical.
He was the kind of handsome that you're there's just something about him. No,
an all-American handsome.
Exactly. He was like apple pie. And so that allowed him to change his look very subtly and look like a totally different person. So that's another thing I'll have to post on our Instagram page because it's really crazy to look at. If you look at all the pictures that they have of him throughout these,
he does look different.
He looks different in a ton
different
of them.
Person.
He would grow a beard. He would grow,
cut
his hair out a little more. He would have it a little more styled. He would wear turtlenecks. He would wear t-shirts.
It changed his style.
It was just slightly, and it's so he really could kind of stay ahead of all this.
He was apple pie gone real bad.
He was rotten apple pie.
Great band name.
That Rotten Apple Pie. That's a great one. We're
I hope some musicians are out there listening to us.
I mean, give us money or something. I don't know. But they were calling these murders the Ted murders for a while because that's all they knew about him is that his name was
reminds
Ted.
me of TED Talks.
Right? Just the Ted murders. So some of the some notable tips that came into this tip line. One tip came from his psychology professor.
Oh, no way.
Who said, I got a weirdo in my class that looks
Stop.
like... And his name is Ted Bundy. So he literally was
College
like,
professors are the funniest.
Yeah. Another tip came from Anne Rule, who you guys should totally read her book, Stranger Beside Me. It's fucking awesome.
Because she worked with him.
It's insane. Yeah, it turned out that Anne Rule volunteered alongside Ted at this crisis suicide hotline. Like they were tasked with literally talking people down from suicide.
Which I don't feel like Ted Bundy would be a good fit for that job.
But he was great at it.
Right.
She said he was amazing at it. He was compassionate. He was like, she says he saved many lives.
Which is so bizarre.
So weird. And she also said they were like good friends. Like they went out to lunch. They like hung out. They kept in touch for like years after this.
Weird.
She was even like, for a while, she was like, I can't see him doing this. Like she was shocked. She said he was kind, gentle, good to her. She used to walk him out, or he used to walk her out to her car and when it was like late night. And he always said, lock your doors because I don't want anything happening to you.
That's weird.
And it's like, well, he knew how horrible people can be, so...
But why did he care about her?
Well, because I wondered that too, because I was like, well, she was a woman.
Right.
But she didn't fit his description.
No, not at all.
His like, type. And she was a little older at the time still. She was older than he was. Like, old enough that he was more into college.
The younger
age.
college girls.
And, yeah, I think he looked at her as like an actual friend.
Wow.
Which is kind of crazy.
Weird that serial killers can have friends.
Yeah, and I actually have a clip here of Anne Rule talking about this really quick, so...
Just the fact that this is a guy, as you mentioned earlier, that treated you very well.
Yes.
Liked you. Was protected.
I think so. He had... his victims had to be someone he didn't know. He told Bob Keppel, the detective,
long-time detective,
once that if he talked to them, a woman, for more than 20 minutes, then she was no good as a victim, because victims had to just be objects. He didn't want to have any emotional connection. So I probably was as safe as in my mother's arms. Also, he liked slender coeds with long dark hair parted in the middle. Well, I haven't been slender since I was 4. And I have red hair, which is slowly turning to silver. So I think he liked me, but I think he also used me. He certainly did later on. He wanted to use me as a conduit to the TED task force up here, because he didn't want to talk to them directly, but he wanted to send messages.
So the third tip that came in that's kind of interesting is from Liz. His old girlfriend.
This is bananas.
Just couldn't put any of the coincidences out of her mind. The car, the description, and the name kind of were like...
Matched her boyfriend.
Yeah. And she claims that he'd been acting strange and that he'd staying up all night, being secretive about where he's going.
She found some weird shit in their house.
Yeah, and that he was only interested in sex when he could basically involve bondage in it.
Like tie
her up. And she wasn't into that, so she was like, I'm not really into that. And he would get angry at her when she would say no.
Like,
so that's
whatever floats your boat, man.
So that's a lot now. So we're going to stop it right here and leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger, because this is about the time that they're kind of closing in on Ted.
On the Bundy.
But we're going to let you hang on to that for a while. When we come back, I think when we post this, it'll be in a couple days from the first one being posted.
Yeah.
So in a couple days, you're going to hear about the famous Chi Omega murders.
Bum, bum,
which he is most famous for. So...
that shit's batshit crazy.
Really batshit crazy. And we've only scratched the surface, so...
Oh, yeah, we're just getting started.
So get ready. This could even be 3 parts, but I think we're going to do it in 2. So...
we will do whatever we want.
We're going to do whatever we want. This is our podcast. So, yeah.
All right.
Ted Bundy, guys.
The beginning.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the Bundy bugs bite.
Don't let the Bundy bite. And weird. He got one of the things that nailed his coffin is a bite mark they found.
Don't let
So
the
don't let
Bundy
the Bundys bite.
Shit.
Whoa.
So on that note, bye. Because we're not going to top
We're
that
not
tonight.
gonna top that. But also, subscribe to our podcast. And rate and review. Because
and share
we love
us.
it. And share us. Share us with your friends, your weird friends.
Share.
And, you know, check us out on Instagram and Facebook and iTunes and all the good things. You know where we are.
Listen to
We're
us everywhere.
Just find us.
Listen to us in
right?
your hair.
So, we hope you keep listening.
We hope you keep it weird.
Bye.
Bye.